New Student Summer Orientation serves as a time for incoming first years and transfer students to gain exposure to what life is like here on grounds. However, due to the pandemic, New Student Summer Orientation will be online this summer. Annie Zitkluki is returning for her second summer as an orientation leader, meaning she is now considered to be a senior summer orientation leader. For Zitkluki and other orientation participants, virtual orientation allows for a more flexible experience.
But I think that, again, some perks are the fact that people do join from all over the world, and our orientation leaders can work from their homes and do family things at the same time, which is really great.
The anxiety that often accompanies a student's first year in college has only been exacerbated by the lack of in-person communication caused by the pandemic.
For new students, I think that a lot of nervousness arises from these interpersonal interactions coming into college for the first time or to a new college for the first time for transfers. And I think that that's something that is going to happen no matter what, but it is harder over in the virtual sphere to make those connections. I think that's definitely a deficit.
Although New Student Orientation is virtual this summer, the program will follow a strict schedule, allowing these new students to gain insight on life here in grounds, as well as have their questions answered. Sarah Dodge serves as the Assistant Director of Orientation in New Student Programs. Dodge helped to perfect this summer's orientation schedule, which allows new students to receive help in selecting classes and answering financial questions.
This summer, there are sort of three elements of orientation. So you'll remember, academic advising and enrollment is a really important part of the orientation experience. That's where students will register for their classes for the fall semester. The second piece of orientation is summer orientation. And so this year, that's totally decoupled from the academic process. And so students will need to register for an orientation program that's on a week that's different than their enrollment appointment. And that's because we don't want students to feel overwhelmed by the academic stuff and miss out or have conflicts with the orientation stuff.
Luca Finkbeiner is returning for his third summer as an orientation leader and his first time as a senior summer orientation leader. Finkbeiner believes that those involved in future summer orientation programs, both new student and orientation leaders, will have a new gratitude for an in-person orientation experience.
I'm hoping that people are going to have more of an appreciation for the fact that they can do it in person being so valuable. I'm hoping, and I'm kind of anticipating that being a thing for a lot of different groups, that if you ran something so virtually for a while and then you get to do it in person, you realize how important that is.
This summer's New Student Orientation will be anything but typical as these incoming Who's learn all that UVA has to offer all through a Zoom call. I'm Kelsey Lipscomb for WUVA.